This happened in the last episode of Isla Napali. We finally changed the Big Dipper coaster. It now has a proper chain lift, a few more smooth inversions and a bit better layout overall. Also, we looked a little bit more into how the intervals work and what about the block sections. Also, we changed finally the chairlift and made it way better in terms of theming, made a proper housing and also the queue line as well as some backstage props. But now it's time to enjoy the next episode of Isla Napali. Hey there everybody and welcome back to Isla Napali episode number 31. And yes, boy, I heard you guys. I looked into the feedback of the last episode, and when there was one thing that was more than obvious, you guys absolutely disliked the placing of the queue line and the kind of connection between the path interaction between the chairlift. Oh gosh, I do have such a big problem today to make chain lift and chairlift, because I was I was recording the intro of this episode and I was like saying instead of chain lift chairlift a million times, and in terms of chairlift chain lift, and wow, it took me like 10 attempts until I finally got it done, and it still isn't perfect. If you listen carefully, you see me struggling then with some other stuff, but anyways, yeah, I changed now how people can access the chairlift, and also I made the overall area over here a lot better looking. I gave it a little bit more sense. I still have no real proper explanation why there is an access down there. I think I'm willing to put another flat ride just at the beach, because there is no real reason now why there is a beach over here. I wondered if we should have a little pier or whatever, or just a little playground maybe for kids or whatnot, because I'm really, I really want to keep that area over here close to the park. I really want to give it a meaning, but there is no proper meaning about this area, to be honest. I wanted to make this kind of the surfing location, but why would this be a surfing spot? I mean, the only explanation I would have is like, okay, this is an area that has been used in the past as a surfer location once there wasn't a theme park installed here, and it was just a garden-ish park overall. But yeah, there is no real explanation about this, to be honest, and that kind of strikes me. If you guys do have a nice idea what we could put into this corner over here that makes it really a proper area of the park that makes sense to be connected how it is connected right now, let me know. Please let me know. Maybe we could put a lighthouse here. I was thinking really of making here an access to the lighthouse. I think that could also be giving a meaning to this area, but apart from that, I really have no idea what to do over here. But yeah, let's go into the next section, and this is really theming this little planter area over here, and I am super happy with the outcome. I tried a few new things in terms of foliage, and I saw that many people were using this already, but I didn't know it is working that nice. You will see in just a few seconds how we abuse the wall hanging plants to make them ground growing plants, so to say. And yeah, I'm willing to say that this is one of the things I really wonder why I haven't been using that way before, because it looks so super awesome, and I will definitely change a few things in the park later on using this new technique and this kind of new style, because it makes so much more sense for an Hawaiian styled area. I think that the first proper, let's call it planter area, where I can really definitely tell that this is straight from a Hawaiian garden. We've seen so many of those on the island, so this is one of the things that really makes the whole thing look exactly like it is. So we have all these wonderful looking colorful flowers on the ground, just covering really the ground, and then just having a few other plants that go together with the overall kind of planter makes it a little bit more green, but yet have it really colorful, and I think it works out awesomely fine. I mean, just look at it. And now also the queue line of the dive coaster has a bit more nice stuff to look at. Beforehand this was really empty over here, really not nice to go through, but now you have this awesome little garden part on the left hand side, and you can look really straight to the beach where all the surfboards are, so it gives you a really decent skyline, a really nice look. And yeah, I basically also finished off this area by putting in a little bit more of plants and flowers, because there's one thing, we talked about this so often, but I haven't been doing it properly, to be honest, to really stick to the story we want to tell. We said that this island was, before it was turned into a theme park, really is more like a garden island, and garden island not in terms of the overall wildlife is so colorful and overgrown and stuff, but it was really a proper park. And if we want to have a park, there need to be a lot of flowers, a lot of colorful different variations of plants and all stuff like that. So we haven't done this yet, and so I really want to focus on making the whole place look a lot more green, actually. But at the same time, I don't want to make this unrealistically themed. This is really a hard task to achieve, to be honest. Yeah, then there's one thing that struck me quite a bit in the last episodes, but I never found the time to do it. Now I finally did this, because I forgot when I was theming the dive coaster, I forgot that I had to place this wall down with some security walls, actually, since, the dive coaster, people would actually easily be able to jump over this fence and just jump into where the coaster passes, and that's really not a good thing in a park that looked a lot at realism. And so yeah, we need some more security over here. This is why I put these chain fences over here, chain link fences, and also made sure that this is connected with a little bit of a concrete wall. Yes, I'm aware of the fact we have to enlarge it to the right hand side a bit more, but I was wondering if I would put also a chain link fence there, or maybe even a concrete wall or something. I still have to look into it, but yeah. Then we go into the next bit that you guys have been feedbacking all the time. Is that even a word? Feedbacking? No, what you guys did feedback quite a bit. I think that's better English. Anyways, and I really feel like this is something I should have done way earlier, but slowly but steadily we're gonna fix all these little gaps and bits that haven't been touched for too long, and now we finally get to them, and I'm pretty happy that we do, because this really gets a lot of things from my list to finally go into a new area. This all looks pretty easy and fine now, but let me tell you, this was such an awful struggle with the not properly working advanced move tool. So you basically always need to copy everything overhand, just piece by piece, which is really a nightmare. But yeah, I found some workarounds. They are not, so super handy, because you always have to stick to the grid somehow. But for the most part, it works, because you can just easily make a building out of them together with a grid piece, and then just move the whole building and delete the grid piece again. That makes things a bit more easy, but still way too complicated. At the very moment, I have to say, and I also have to say that we did already escalate this to the devs, and we reported it, and I don't want to make an entire, video about this. It has been said a million times, but Frontier is aware of the fact that the advanced move tool at this stage is pretty much not usable at all. This is really a bad thing. It is, I think it's not a game breaker, because you still can somehow achieve everything you want, but you are potentially a lot slower than usually. And I mean, if there is some kind of tool like that, it would be super awesome to at least have the possibility to use it to a certain extent. And I can't really believe that I say this, but I really wish we had like the old broken state, because at least that was usable. But hey, I think they will fix this sooner or later, and this is what I'm waiting for. And until then, I'm just happy that the game, at least for me, has no crashes. It really runs smoothly. The performance is okay. So quite a bit of things that changed recently for the good. But I know that a lot of people have issues, but we definitely used our position to bring that to the devs, and they know about the importance of those things. And I wanted to just talk to you about this quickly, since I heard a lot of people also in my Discord and everywhere discussing about things. And let me just tell you, Frontier is more than aware of this, and they are also more than aware of the importance of these fixes. So we should be able to see some improvements sooner than later. And yeah, I mean, that's what we all want. We all want to make this game, just have this game as a really playable game again. As I said, for me it's not that bad. I only wish we had the advanced move tool back, a working one. That would be awesome. But everything else for me is just fine. If they just could improve the loading times a bit with the Team T items, that would be awesome. But that's the only the only small thing I have. Apart from that, my game at least runs a lot better than in all the patches before, so yeah, there is some hope, guys. There is some hope. But anyways, let's talk about what I'm doing over here, because this is the last bit before we go into a little real-time part this time, because I wanted to ask you for some more feedback on various things. And let me already spoil, I'm also giving away a random game key for all these people contributing in the comments again. As always, the game, just comment something related to the video and you'll be already in the raffle, and in the next episode I'm gonna reveal who won it. Same goes for Parkitect, and yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to quickly announce that, but I'm gonna announce this again in the real-time part, so for those of you who just always skip through the video, hello you skipping boy. Anyways, exactly you. I know you. You just skipped to this point in time, right? Just a few seconds before I mentioned this, and now you feel guilty because I just saw that you did this. Anyways. So here we go. This is a little information kiosk, and I was feeling, and you guys really gave me a lot of feedback about this, that the entrance plaza really looks kind of empty and boring and stuff. So I decided to grab the information kiosk and just exchange the information kiosk, which was in the main building, with a little... I think it's fantastic what I put in there, and I made a little awesome hut for the information kiosk, and this is a little bit more themed one, which has a little bit of a Hawaiian, Japanese inspired style, and this is really something that you do see on Hawaii quite a bit in these little cottage villages. I think I really hit the style. I'm a bit confused that it really worked out that well, but I'm also happy that it worked out, because I think this is one of the things that have been added way later than the rest of the park, and this kiosk may have been there from the times also where there still was a garden park, but this has been refurbished because this is the first real contact with the information about this park, so this has to be a bit more fancy, and this is why I decided to make it look a little bit better themed than other things. Not that jank actually, but yeah, I'm pretty happy how that turned out in the end. It's not entirely finished. I will change a few bits and pieces about this building so it looks a bit better, but yeah, for the moment I'm just happy with how it turned out. But that's about it for the time lapse. Now we see each other in a few bits in the real time section. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the time lapse, and see you in the real time part. So here we are in the real-time part, and as you can see, I have the shader activated. As I said, for the normal time-lapse, the shader is nothing really to use. Also, because of the overall performance, it's a little bit worse than what I have with the shader turned off, which is normal, but it's not too bad. It's actually pretty okay. But yeah, as I promised, we're gonna have a little look into what I've done here, and I will need your help now because yeah, we are already again on a spot, or let's say in a point of time where we have to decide what's going on next. So as you can see, I have done in this episode this little information kiosk, which is not fully finished yet. I will do some more fleshing out in the next episode. So the next episode is pretty much already preformed, so to say, because I will have to finish off this area over here with the little information kiosk. Also get a little bit into the feedback, what you guys will definitely give me, since you do have to give me some feedback on this information shed in general, because if you like it, the position, do you like the entrance area now a little bit more. As you can see, I put these turnstiles down. I have no idea, by the way, if this works this way. You know what, let's quickly open the park for a moment just to see if people are getting into the park and if this works, because yeah, people are coming, people are joining, which is nice. People are spawning over here. The thing what I want to see now is, and this is why let's just, okay, what's that? Where are they going? What the fuck? How are they supposed to go over here? What do they do now? Wait a second. Okay. Sorry, what is that? The autosave. Okay. Are you kidding me? What's happening now? Alright, okay, so what I've done in the episode is basically I should definitely get rid of these things down here then, and hope that people will then use the normal entrance. Let me just check this, please, because otherwise that looks so we would need just one turnstile. I mean, it should still be functional. Alright, so now people are using the entrance again. Okay, anyways, yeah, that's all I wanted to test. Now let's close the park again. Whoops, there we go. Cool. So, as I said, I will need your feedback on mainly, basically, the go-kart track. And the go-kart track is something I wanted to, you know, tackle for a while now. But, yeah, as we haven't done this yet, there is a chance for you now to give me some feedback on the go-kart track, how you want to see this. I got some good feedback on making some glass walls around here to get some sound isolation going on. Some other people said I should make this really gardenish with a lot of greenery. I really doubt that this could be the main thing to do. But yeah, also, should I do some roofings about here? May I just increase the height, for example, of the track at some areas? Should I do some more, you know, I don't know, station buildings, or should I leave it open? Should I do just a little bit of a shading or shed over here over the queue, so that the queue is a little bit in the shadows? I don't know. Just give me a little bit of feedback on that, but way more important is, what should we do as the next expansion? So what I will do off screen, hopefully quickly, is I'm gonna concentrate a little bit on, as I said, electricity stuff, maybe a wind turbine, thermal energy turbine, and also some water turbines for getting some energy out of here. And then I will start to, you know, shape out this area back in the back here, where we do definitely need some more supplies. Also, we need a big cargo hall, we need some basic houses where the people live that actually work in the park. We also need kind of the energy station in general. We need a water refreshment system. This is all stuff I really want to do at some point, but not too much right now. I really want to expand the park, and I don't really know into which direction. I could imagine to go over here. There is very limited space available, so the only thing I could imagine is having a little junior coaster somewhere here, even though I have no idea where the station could go. The only idea I have with the station is that we have to raise it, or we have to lower down the path and kind of make the station go in the middle here. I could really well imagine that this could be, the station would be positioned somewhere here, and we make a nice looking tunnel below there. But again, tunnels, you know, they do have the problem of rain and stuff. So the park, basically, if we would have a lot of rain going on, this side of the park would potentially not be accessible, and I think that's nothing we really want to have. But yeah, maybe you guys do have a nice idea. I also thought I could imagine having a mine train-ish coaster in this crate over here. I think that could be also a cool thing. But yeah, let's do the following. You guys give me some feedbacks in the comments down below what you could imagine me doing next, and you know, I'm giving away another random game key for the most creative and the most fitting comment, which I'm gonna choose, basically, to you. Just one random game key. And you know, these are not great games, but it's just a random game key. Alright, that should be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I hope to see you in the next episode of Isla Napali, and I hope you will check the Parkitect tonight, because in a few minutes there will be dropping a Parkitect episode, and also maybe there will be something new on the channel soon, as a little bit of the pilot. You will see that. I will put this on as a premiere, and so we can see how you guys like the game, and maybe see if we can continue or not. But yeah, until then, have a great evening, and see you. Bye-bye.
We should be hiding out wherever we may find love that's flowing on.